Did you know that the way you've been drinking water your entire life is scientifically wrong? And that a 1,400-year-old practice holds the key to optimal hydration? Today, we're diving into groundbreaking research that validates an ancient Islamic tradition, and it's going to change how you think about something as simple as drinking water. For over 14 centuries, Islamic tradition has recommended drinking water in 3 small sips, rather than gulping it down quickly. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, consistently demonstrated this practice, and it became embedded in Islamic culture worldwide. But here's what's fascinating. Most people assumed this was simply about manners, mindfulness, or spiritual discipline. They were completely wrong. This practice is actually based on sophisticated physiological principles that modern science is only now beginning to understand. In 2022, Canadian researchers made a startling discovery. When they compared people who sipped water slowly versus those who gulped it down, they found something remarkable. The sippers had 6 times lower urine excretion. That's not a typo. 600% better water retention. The body absorbed dramatically more water and stayed hydrated significantly longer, without the constant need for bathroom trips. But why does this happen? It turns out, this isn't about psychology or willpower, it's pure physiology. When you gulp large amounts of water quickly, you trigger what scientists call bolus response. Your body's protective mechanism kicks in, treating the sudden flood of water as a potential threat to your electrolyte balance. Your kidneys immediately work to expel this excess water before it can be properly absorbed by your cells. Dr. Lindsay Baker from the Gatorade Sports Science Institute explains it perfectly. Sudden ingestion of large amounts of plain water generally just ends up being eliminated in the urine pretty quickly. You're literally flushing your hydration down the drain. Here's the key insight. Your body has built-in absorption limits. Water is primarily absorbed in the small intestine, which can process about 6.5 liters per day. But here's the catch. This absorption happens gradually, not all at once. When you sip water slowly, it enters your stomach at a manageable rate, mixes properly with gastric juices, and maintains optimal pH levels. This creates the perfect conditions for maximum absorption. When you gulp, you overwhelm this delicate system. The stomach can't process the sudden volume efficiently, and much of that water gets fast-tracked to your kidneys for elimination, rather than cellular hydration. This isn't just one isolated study. Research from the American Physiological Society, published studies on hydration efficiency, and sports science research all point to the same conclusion. The Appalachian State University Human Performance Lab found that when people drink water and within 2 hours have high clear urine output, it means the water is not staying in well. The 3-sip method allows your kidneys to avoid being overloaded, helping your body retain significantly more water for actual cellular hydration. So how do you apply this ancient wisdom today? It's surprisingly simple. Instead of chugging your entire water bottle at once, sit down or take a knee, then take 3 deliberate sips with short pauses between each one. This gives your body time to process and absorb the water efficiently. Athletes are now being trained to sip rather than gulp during exercise. Hospitals use small sip protocols for patient hydration. Even military and occupational health guidelines now emphasize small, frequent water intake over large volumes. The optimal pattern? 3 small sips, brief pause, repeat as needed throughout the day. This water drinking practice is just one example of how traditional Islamic practices are being validated by cutting-edge science. What's remarkable is that this wasn't discovered through trial and error. It was established as the optimal method 14 centuries ago, long before we understood kidney function, gastric absorption, or cellular hydration. This raises fascinating questions. What other traditional practices might contain hidden scientific wisdom? If this blew your mind, you're going to love what's coming. We're exploring over 200 traditional Islamic practices that modern science is now validating. From neurological benefits of specific walking patterns to the psychology of gratitude practices, hit subscribe and find out what's next. And if you're interested in the full research behind today's video, I've put all the citations and academic sources in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where ancient wisdom meets modern science.